Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
Your husband has been continuing to spend time with this other young woman.
That's a signal.
Yeah, there we go.
What are you doing, girl? You doing?
We're together.
Yeah, we are. You a liar.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
You can feel in your heart when something's not right.
No other woman has made me feel the way she does.
I'm lost. I feel like I'm by myself.
I just can't take the lies.
I know this is upsetting. And he met the same young lady.
I have to know the truth.
I knew he was a dog, and I'm gonna get him.
Let's make this happen. We got eyes on the suspect.
Whoa. Yeah! This is what I think about your music.
You're a whore!
Oh, you gotta tell me!
Man, get the camera out of my face!
Get away from me! I swear to God, I'll jump. This is like not how this is supposed to work. Just tell me why.
Just remember.
I got it on camera. I'm sorry. I've ruined everything. I'm sorry.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Welcome, I'm Joey Greco. Thanks for turning on Cheaters. Please meet Doris Warren, a devoted wife worried that her husband has begun an illicit relationship with another woman. Wanting the facts, Doris contacts Cheaters for answers.
Doris Warren, age 44. A housewife worried that her husband courts another woman during his overtime hours.
I've known him for a little over 20 years, and we dated off and on, and then we got married, and we have 2 children. On an average, he's been telling me that he's going in, working double shifts 3 to 4 nights a week, and I've just seen a difference in his attitude. He's been very distant. We don't communicate as much as we used to. He's not as loving as he has been in the past, and I recently found a check stub. According to the check stub, it shows that he's just been working minimum amount of hours, and I suspect that he's having an affair. When he comes in, he'll eat dinner, he'll look at TV, look at sports channel. We don't really talk a lot. I try to have a conversation with him, and his answers are very short. You know, like yes or no, or he may nod his head. And it seems as if he's really into looking at, whatever is on the television, but he's not really open with me anymore. My son has suspicion. He asked me, why is his dad never at home? Why does he always have to go to work? Where is he? He tries to call him on the cell phone, and he's not able to reach him, and he gets upset because he hardly ever sees his dad. And he hardly ever spends time with him. And I see the hurt and pain, and he's even asked me, Mama, do you think my dad has another girlfriend? I want to be wrong, but I don't believe that I am. Honestly, I don't believe that I am wrong.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Suspect's identity withheld, age 46. A transportation supervisor accused of dispatching his affections to someone new. Investigation day 4. Agents tail the suspect as he drives through a residential district. Detectives follow the suspect to an unknown house. After parking his car in the driveway, the suspect exits his vehicle. Agents watch the suspect, whose identity remains withheld, as he paces back and forth while talking on his phone. Field operatives note the suspect has what appears to be an overnight bag in his hand. Cheaters Gumshoes get word from headquarters that the suspect is talking to his wife, Doris. After completing his conversation, the suspect finally enters the strange residence. This leaves Cheaters investigators with a lot of unanswered questions. Investigation Day 6. With Doris's help, agents peruse the suspect's phone records. As suspected, one of the phone numbers listed matches the address from the previous day. Detectives return to watch the house. After a few hours into the stakeout, agents spot an unknown vehicle. The driver pulls into the garage of the residence, and the vehicle quickly disappears behind the closing garage door. A short time later, an unknown man emerges and appears to take out the trash. Again, the door swiftly closes behind him, leaving detectives with little to work with. Moments later, the suspect arrives at the house and vanishes inside. After a brief respite indoors, the suspect re-emerges with his companion, whose identity remains withheld. The couple get into the vehicle and depart the scene. A few hours later, the duo return home. Before heading inside, the companion backs her car out of the garage, which allows the suspect to park his car in the other car's place. After this game of musical parking spots, the couple retire inside the companion's house, where they remain for the duration of the night. The next morning, operatives working the early shift spot the companion grabbing the morning paper. The companion heads inside, and gumshoes notice the suspect's car still parked in her garage. Investigation Day 10. On stakeout in front of the companion's residence, Cheater's detectives watch the garage door open. Carefully monitoring the scene, agents spy the suspect getting into his vehicle. Moments later, detectives notice the companion backing up her car, and just like before, the suspect swaps cars in the garage. Duplicity and deceit seem to suit the suspect, as displayed by this recorded phone call with his wife, Doris.
You have to go in tonight? You do? Are you doing a double? Yeah. And then all night is going, huh? Yeah. Do you miss it? Absolutely. That's cool.
With confirmation of her husband's improprieties, Cheaters prepares a report for the disillusioned Doris. Coming up, the confrontation.
With conclusive evidence of the suspect's deception in hand, Cheaters contacts Doris to break the news. With a heavy heart, Doris prepares herself for the truth.
Doris, thank you for being here tonight. I know you've waited quite some time to find out the information that our detectives have. Are you ready to take a look at that now?
Yes.
As our investigation started, he left work and was followed until he arrived at a residence. Before he goes in, he spends quite some time on the phone. He did spend a considerable amount of time at that residence that evening. On this day, we had a detective that was stationed outside of this residence. We do observe a woman pull in. There's this period of time that transpires before your husband arrives at that location. He comes out. The young lady's with him. They take off. As they returned, we see a little swap thing happen where the woman backs her car out of the garage, your husband backs into the street, and what happens is she leaves her car in the driveway and he parks in the garage. They go on inside from that standpoint.
Yep.
You
I see
recognize
it.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
The next morning, our detective was there, and as the garage door was opened, you can see that
He's still there.
he's still there as she came out to get the morning paper.
My suspicions were true.
And your intuition was correct.
Yeah, very correct, as I see.
I'm going to go ahead and contact the detective right now, and I'll see if he can give us an update on your husband's whereabouts.
Okay.
Gomez, tell me what you have. Okay, Gomez is at your home, but all the lights are out right now. Okay, Okay. We have a detective at your house, and we have a detective at the other location. All right, we're just going to load up and be on standby. You ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready.
Come on. I think Detective Gomez is here, and he may have an update for us.
Okay, let me explain to you what's going on right now. We have a detective sitting in front of your house who watched your husband leave for work this evening. We've had another detective sitting at the companion's house waiting for your husband to show up. Now, your husband usually shows up between 10 and 10:30. It's midnight right now, and it doesn't appear he's going to show up tonight. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cancel this for tonight and try it again really soon.
No, we tried this last week, but we were unsuccessful, as sometimes that happens. Have you spoken with your husband tonight?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said he was at home going over some paperwork with my son-in-law.
You did give a detective some information. You know what type of a truck your son-in-law drives.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
The detective drove by the house, and was your son-in-law's vehicle there?
No.
Our detectives continued to investigate and follow your husband. Your husband has been continuing to spend time at the home of this other young woman. I'm going to check with the detective right now, because we have reason to believe that your husband is not at your house.
Okay.
Gomez, tell me what's going on.
Joey, go to Polo and Carrier Parkway and sit there. I've ordered a wrecker. What the wrecker's going to do is meet me outside the companion's house where I'm at right now. And from there, he's going to turn the lights on, start making some noises with his wrecker, and hopefully Doris's husband will come outside. If he doesn't, I'm going to go knock on the door and ask for him, and inform him that there's a wrecker driver in front of his yard. Once you see the signal, roll up as quickly as possible with your lights off. Okay? I'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Ms. Warren, we're now at the staging area where Gomez wanted us to wait. And here comes the tow truck that he spoke to us about. All right, everybody, listen up. Be very quiet, be very careful. Headlamps off until we get our subject. We've got a small window of time. When Gomez gives a signal, we're gonna have to move, and we're gonna have to move quickly.
How am I gonna get to him?
Well, the tow truck's making enough noise where if the suspect was awake, I'm sure he'd stick his head out the door. Yeah, there goes Gomez. That looks like the sun. That looks like the sun.
They're there.
Okay, wait, let him get out a little bit farther.
That's the signal.
Yeah, there we go.
This dude's big. Makes me scared.
What the hell are you doing here? What 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 are you doing here?
Coming up next, the conclusion.
Your husband has been continuing to spend time with this other young woman.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at home. You're supposed to be at home.
Don't touch it
No,
like
you're
that.
supposed to be at home.
I'm facing like that, though.
You my husband, and you laying up. What you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here? Huh? What are you doing here?
Hey, security, get in there. Security.
Did you know that he was married?
You are laying up with a bitch? I'll be damned. What are you supposed to be at home? Running like a punk ass bitch. Now come on out.
Doris, watch out. You need to get her out. Come on. You all right? No. Come on.
I wanna see her. I wanna confront
We
her.
can talk to her from here. We're not going to get you guys. Guys, come on out. Come on.
Oh, good and damn well he's married because she called my house.
Okay.
And I know whose house this is.
Easy.
I know whose house this is. I know. Well, yo, what is this?
Easy.
What is this? What is this? You forgot about
Easy.
you forgot.
Hey.
You forgot you were married while you out here laying out.
We married. That's why
What is this? What is this?
Cause we ain't.
Come on now.
All that. We ain't together.
Yeah, we are. You a
why I'm
liar.
here.
That's why you told me
That's
that
why
you
I'm here.
would love me
You
to the
wanted
day
me
you
back.
died. You told me
You
you would
wanted
love
me
me to the
back.
day Why you died? Nobody ever take my place. You lying. You lying. You damn right we ain't married. You lying. Bitch.
Hey,
You lying.
y'all need to grab her, man. I know y'all strong.
We have
You lying. Bitch.
Take her.
You a lying punk. You a lying punk ass bitch. That's why you here. You two times. Leave me alone. Just don't touch me.
Let's walk out this way.
Where are my shoes? I know he's been coming over here. I know you've been coming over here. I know you've been coming over here. Hey, well, I've been in California, son, but we ain't married. Trying to lay up with me, but we ain't married. We ain't married, you lying bastard. I'ma love you till the day I die. Nobody will ever take your place, you lying bastard. That's what you told me. Now, you gonna lie to me and tell me we ain't married? No, you all about truth, remember? The truth. Let's hear the truth. He's mad because his ass done got caught. He's supposed to be the player. Now the game has been played and it's been played in his head because he's been playing this stupid game.
Following the confrontation, Doris decides whether her relationship can weather the storm. Later in this program, she discloses her course for the future. But first, Cheater speaks with April Holmes. April returns to discuss how her experience on Cheaters made her assess what's really important in life.
April Holmes, age 29. April speaks her mind after volunteering to come forward to explain her position.
Well, when the crew first came in, I was stuck in the box. I had David yelling at me. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
What are you guys doing?
I'm
No, what the? Mortimer, what? No, what are you doing with my girlfriend? Your girlfriend's in a illusion. Yeah, what? Get back. With a bat? Mortimer, who are these people? Magic.
Well, looking back on it, it was a shock at first, and it hurt me that he went to that far lengths to do that, but it was kind of a nice gesture for him to do that because it made me feel that he really did love me, and that's something that he didn't make me feel for a long time.
Settle down, guys. Settle down. Hey, relax. Relax. Get back. You're gonna get her hurt in that thing. Pull me. Where? Pull me. Let me go. Let me go. What are you doing? No, what are you talking? You don't get this. You know what? Go to your magic.
David, I think he preys on women when they're in a vulnerable, weak state, and he sort of reminds me of a cult leader in that fact. He tries to keep you the way he wants you.
Do you sleep with all your assistants? Is that part of the trial process? Is that part of the interview process? Do you do that a lot?
It's a common thing once in a while. Depends.
Okay. Is that why you went? Is that why you went into his house and acted like his friend? And when he asked you if anything was going on, you said no, don't worry about it. Is that why you lied to him? Is that part of the illusion?
It's a secret. It's magic.
This experience has changed me so much that I know who I am now, and I know it's good to be in love, and I know he'll love me forever, and I'll love him forever.
Doris Warren has not yet fully recovered from the malevolent actions of her husband. Doris admits it may take time to purge herself of her spouse's memory. Doris has refused all requests to reconcile with her husband and has begun divorce proceedings. The suspect is understandably disturbed because cheaters illuminated his forbidden affair. Caught red-handed, the suspect has tried his best to make things right with Doris, but to no avail. When contacted by Cheater's producers, the companion gave the phone to her son, and he told producers, "If anyone in my family ever sees the suspect or the Cheater's crew again, it'll be too soon."
busy every day. Ugly people running around. Pretty soon they'll have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.